them up? What do you mean?
Well, I put them
In the
in the
chat.
chat. Yeah.
But you're going to be able to read them.
Oh yeah. They're right in front of me.
Okay, cool. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Vinny's Corner. I am your host, Vinny. That's my boy, Cove. What's going on, brother? How's everything doing this evening?
Solid.
That's wonderful to hear. So, guys, there's it's
Oh,
one
before you go, December 18th, Knicks Pacers gives me enough time to get my Halliburton jersey in time.
December 18th, Knicks Pacers. So
Yeah.
I'm okay, what day? Hold on. Now you see what this guy's doing? He's trying to troll me. Let me go look up what day of the week this is now. Yeah, we're gonna all right. Don't worry, hold on. December 18th. So that'll be a Thursday night. We can be on the air for that. We'll be on the air that Thursday night. We'll have the game on. Don't you worry, Cove. I got something for you, guy. All right. Don't you worry about that. So listen, a lot of stuff going on in sports. Obviously, NHL and the NBA seasons are now underway. We're about a month in, so we're able to start seeing which teams, are really like kind of about it, right? Which teams are, like at first it was like a couple of teams that were hot. Now records are just starting to stand, right? So there's teams that are like 8-2, 10 wins already, just picking it up across both leagues, right? The MLB, there are people getting picked up. There are people getting fired, hired. Things are happening. People are going into free agency there. We've got NFL Week 11. And then, of course, I've got a couple of fights. So what I'll do is I'll take a second here to highlight the fights. I think that's always kind of a good way to go. Let me just share. So there's this like new chat thing, and I really don't know how it works yet. I'm learning on X or whatever.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. We are live. All right. So this week there are a few different fights. There is mixed martial arts, right? UFC 322. Jack Della Maddalena against Islam Makhachev. There's boxing, top ranked boxing. The WBO featherweight champion Rafael El Divino Espinoza is fighting. He's putting his belt on the line this weekend as well. That's the first one I wanted to touch on. So, as you guys know, I'm a big boxing fan. Rafael Espinoza, he's a pretty bad dude. He's a big, tall, lanky guy. He's like 6 foot, but he fights at 130 pounds. So he's kind of dangerous for these smaller guys, Cove. He's fighting a guy, obviously, who almost everybody he fights is going to be smaller. This guy is too. His name's Arnold Kagai. I expect to see Espinoza win, but the reason I wanted to highlight this for everybody, Top Rank is doing something very different because they don't have like a regular TV deal at the moment. Their recent deal with ESPN is expired and they did not renew it. They do have a Classics channel, and on that Classics channel that's on like Roku, it's on like Pluto TV, Tubi app, they're going to be airing this title fight, just like they did recently with the Michaela Meyer fight. So this is championship level boxing, world championship level boxing, for free on Saturday evening. If you'd like to know anything more about it, I've actually put an article out there on We Like Sports. I'll repost it on my X later, so you can kind of get a feel for the fighters and just get a little bit more, and my official pick, of course. So that's what's going on in boxing. Now in UFC, the welterweight title is on the line. So current champ Jack Della Maddalena is fighting Islam Makhachev. Now Islam never lost the belt per se. So it was vacated. But in any case, they're fighting this weekend. That should be a good one. Islam's heavily favored. The champ is like a plus 200 underdog. But that fight, this card's really good because it's also got Valentina, I forget, Shevchenko, the featherweight female champ, and she's going to be fighting. She's fighting the Chinese girl. Her name's Wai Lei. And that's going to be a really cool fight. So that's also going on. That's UFC on Saturday afternoon. I'll be sure to post all fight times to my X so everybody gets that, and of course with the full fight cards. And then there's another really, really cool event. It's both a combination of Muay Thai and kickboxing and MMA. There's different fights, like, so like one fight might be MMA rules, one fight might be kickboxing rules, but they're on what's called One Championship out of Asia. And that's going to be on 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 Eastern. It's a pay-per-view event. A lot of people will probably be streaming it here stateside, but that's a really, really cool one to check out. There are 5 title fights on it, being like headlined by a kickboxing title fight, Supervan and Noiri from Japan. So it should be a really cool fight. It's actually in Japan, this card, which is why it's kind of late, because it's on like Sunday afternoon into evening there, which makes it like late Saturday here. But so those are the things going on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon in the fight world for everybody who's interested. I know most of you guys are more into NFL and NBA and all that stuff, but as you know, I'm a big combat sports fan. So wanted to get it all out there for this week. Now I'll turn it over to my guy, Cove. We like to get through some questions. The questions guide us into our conversation. So where are we starting out tonight, big guy?
Well, we got NFL, NHL, or NBA. Where do you want to start with?
I got the NBA on in the background, so let's talk NBA. I'm all for basketball.
All right. Which duo or big three looks like the most dangerous so far, and which ones already seem overrated?
Well, okay, so I know you're not like a huge NBA guy.
Yeah.
This is actually what they're getting away from, like the LeBron era, big threes and like these dynamic duos and all that stuff. They're kind of getting away from that and building bigger teams, deeper benches, playing solid defense. Like it's gotten back to more of like a better team game, I think, so like that's really not like if you look at OKC, the current champs, they kind of have a big three, but their big three are just like homegrown players essentially. Yeah. Right. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. Right. So they re-signed all the guys, they gave all of them extensions, whatever else. But besides those guys, they have Lou Dort. They have multiple players. They have a deep bench. They have players that haven't even gotten burned yet since this team was so good. So I really think that basketball has just moved away from, that whole kind of like LeBron era, big three, like that style of like putting a couple of superstars together. Yeah. We've seen that it really hasn't worked for a while for a lot of teams.
But I also said duo or big three.
But so like, again, it's just one of those things.
There's got to be a few duos in this league though.
Name one. So. Okay.
I mean, you're not going to get Shaq and Kobe right now. I know that, but I'm just saying, same concept.
So, and I understand what you're getting at, and what I'm telling you is that the league has gotten away from that.
Oh, okay.
So, like, teams were not as good, So, like people started rebuilding, not trying to build like a big three. So you got an OKC team that is built off all drafts. It's all homegrown. There's no like we brought these superstars in and put them together. Like that's not the way that's But
but I'm not talking about that concept. I'm just talking about two guys weren't playing together that to do well.
And so again, I understand. So.
Not being brought in, but two guys that could be playing together right now that are doing well together.
Okay. And I hear what you're saying. And again, I'm redirecting it to a team narrative because that's just what it really is now. It's not just like a one-man show or a two-man show on pretty much any of these teams. That's not what the league is different. Yeah. That's my point. Mm-hmm. So, right, like LeBron hasn't played at all yet, but like the Lakers are kicking ass. So it's not like Luka and LeBron are doing good for the Lakers, right? It's like Luka and a complete team around him are just playing really well basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's kind of where the league is right now, building a more complete team. So you're not just seeing like now when they add a superstar, like the Rockets built a pretty complete team. Then they went and got Kevin Durant because they needed that like extra little piece to put them over the top. But it's like, it wasn't like, oh, we need to go find this superstar and this or like these two guys are playing really good. Only like, they got the whole team vibe going, and then they brought in the additional piece that's necessary.
Okay, well, we can reword it this way. Like, which complete team do you think is the most dangerous?
OKC is the best team in basketball. They won last year, and they look absolutely ready to do it again. Like, Shai is averaging like 35, 40 points a game to start the season. They're blowing teams out. They're blowing like they look incredible. So they're
so
definitely
who would you think would seem to be overrated? Would you like say Dallas because they're picks or the trades?
Dallas is a literal train wreck. They fired their general manager yesterday. Nico Harrison is no more. The guy who traded Luka Doncic away is gone. Okay, so that guy's gone. They're a train wreck. They needed to pin it on somebody, and now they got to figure out a way to rebuild this thing around Cooper Flag because the vision that they had is just it's not going to come through. What I would say, like probably the most interesting thing starting out is how good the Lakers are, and LeBron hasn't stepped on the court. Like it's almost like right. So, do you need that anymore?
I forget who I seen now. When they say legitimacy of things like I know it was a basketball player. I just forget which player it was. I don't watch a lot of NBA, right? Like you said before. But I did recall they're like it did say NBA at the end of his name, but they're like he said something about LeBron. He's like the amount of flops he's done in the games and the way he acts. He goes, oh, I think it was Magic maybe. I think it was talking about him and saying like he's not a Laker because he's like the way he flops, the way he presents himself, like as a Laker. It's like they're embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, so LeBron is a very polarizing character. Some people love him, some people hate him. I don't think I would say overwhelmingly most people would say that he's not a Laker, though. Yeah. Like most Lakers fans that I know don't really say like he's a true Laker. But
well, that's what I'm saying. Like nobody believes he's a true Laker. Because in your era and my era, the Lakers we've seen they might have played like this, but they never performed like this. Like it's a theatrics with him. Like the openings, throwing up. Like yes, when he was young, that was kind of cool, but now it's all a show with him, right? He doesn't get a call. He throws his hands up. He has little temper tantrums, right?
He's an entertainer.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I think that's where LA is just like they call him not a Laker because it's just we want entertaining, but do it with baskets, not with show. Like
LeBron has been absolutely outrageous. And I mean that from a bet. Like he got the most All-Star votes last season.
Yeah,
he played awesome last season. Like I didn't even like LeBron until age 40.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. I have way more respect for him now than I did when I was young.
I still have respect for him, but the outrageous, overblown calls, like I know soccer's known for it, but LeBron takes the cake.
They do it in basketball all the time. But everybody flops in basketball now. It's a thing. I don't like it. I hate on it myself, but it's a thing. They all do it. But
I don't know.
It's just
I could never. Could you ever imagine Jordan flopping,
bro? But it's just a different time. Like
I know, but I'm just saying. Like, could you more Jordan doing that?
Of course not. But
yeah.
But Jordan hasn't played in 25 years. So
yeah, I know. I'm just throwing a narrative. Like, if Jordan did that, you'd be different about it. But
no, well, my point is, it's just completely different basketball now. They all do it.
Oh, it is. I know. I know it's different from basketball.
Like
I
it
know.
doesn't like it's not like LeBron is the only one who does it.
No.
Every single player does it. Shai Gilgeous, the MVP, was known for getting sent to the free throw line. Like he half his points every
Yeah.
game are free throws. Jalen Brunson during the playoffs, he was doing the most ridiculous. Like he would grab somebody's arm and pull it to him, and then be like, and just throw himself on the floor. It was so ridiculous. And I'm a Knicks fan. I'll tell you that first. But like, yeah, they're wild. I mean, and it's a part of why a lot of people have been turned off by the NBA. But if you have watched the opening of this season, this last 2 weeks has been exceptional, awesome basketball. Like the NBA, like on Monday night, I do not watch Monday Night Football. I watch NBA basketball.
Yeah.
And I am not the only one because I talk to a lot of other people about the basketball games while they're happening. So I know I'm not the only one who's thinking that. Just saying, I think the NBA is totally back.
The Monday nights for me is reserved to NHL.
Well, it's tough because you're on Eastern, like you're on like GMT or some shit. You're so far.
GMT? What? No.
I'm kidding, but like
AST.
But my point is that the game ends at a very late time. Like the game starts for me at like 5:00 at night.
Yeah.
So it's over at like when it's over, it's just bedtime. It's no big deal. I'm an old man too. I go to bed by 9:00. Like I don't play that.
Okay. The game that went 18 innings for us, it ended at 3 a.m.
The game that went 18. Yo, that's wild.
Yeah. 3 a.m.
Oh, that's horrible, bro. That's like truly awful.
Yeah.
I still can't believe the Dodgers won the World Series, bro. I can't get over that.
My mom, God love her, my mom is still complaining about it.
If I was a Toronto fan, I'd be miserable. Like
I see, the thing is, I get that, but when I hear the opinions of the Toronto fans and what they just do not understand, like budget for one, right? It's like, okay, for example, let's say and this is not factual. I haven't looked it up to say this is a true number, but say they had $45 million just for this season alone, right? And I mean, Bo's looking at, I think it was like 189 is his minimum contract he's looking at for an 8 year or something like that. And I mean, but he wants north of like 400. If he can get top dollar, he wants 400. And I'm
they
like,
let him walk, right?
but yeah, because at 400, you're almost paying you're paying way too much money. And like I said, they only got 45 million for their team, right? So like, do you waste that all on one player? No, you can't. No franchise can do that. So it just depends on what he takes. If he takes 189, then he's fine. Because he's only taking 180 over 8.
I mean, if he can get a 400 million max contract, he's gonna take the 400 million max contract. Like,
yeah, and
there's just no way about it.
But there is a guy, Matsuda, or I think his name is, coming from Japan that everybody's going after. They get the
home run guy.
Yeah, I've read some stats on that guy that he can't hit over 95.
Interesting.
It's an interesting fact, but that all that tells me is he couldn't hit fastballs because people throwing sliders, curves, whatever, forks, whatever they're throwing is only going as max as 95. So that's why he's able to do it. Because if you look at Yamamoto's got a fastball, but his curve is what he's known for, right? And that thing only goes about 95. So yeah, this guy can hit, but he just can't hit a straight fastball. So that's his weakness. But if he gets a pitcher if this guy comes in as maybe not an all-star, 4 bats a day, maybe 2 games, starts off as a pinch hitter or something like that, and he just walks in on a pitcher that's light, and then he can't throw that fast, he might make him pay for it. So he might get into the league that way till he gets used to it. Because we do know tons of guys that can throw 100.
Now that we're on baseball, and you brought that up, and you said pitching, let's talk about Cy Youngs. Right, so the 2025 Cy Young winners for the National League are the Pittsburgh Pirates, Paul Skeens, and for the American League, the Detroit Tigers, Tariq Skubal.
Now, did you see Skeens' numbers? Like his earned runs over all of his games? Like the amount of zeros I saw were beyond me, right? Like they pulled him out multiple times when he had 0 runs against him. I think one game he was in the 7th, and I think he was close. I think he wasn't working on a no-hitter, but maybe a 1-hitter, and they took him out.
Yeah, because they just follow pitch count, and then he goes out, and then they lose the game.
Yeah,
it's crazy. As
so
soon
that's
as
what happens.
They lose.
They keep him in for the full complete games. You take out half his games, give him full complete games. That guy is a Cy Young winner, like 100% every year.
I mean, he still won it.
No, I know, but every other year he would be going forward. He would be winning more because his numbers. And there is a lot of rumors going around that he wants to be a Yankee.
Bro, stop playing. Don't say stuff like that to me, bro. Don't get me excited.
Oh no. I'll go to as you call me, I'm the New York hater. I don't want Skeens to go to New York. I think New York would destroy him.
His ERA in 2025 was 1.97, 216 strikeouts, and his WHIP was 0.95.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such a stud.
Okay, but tell me right now. Now, let's play real ball here, right now. Who is Paul Skeens mostly up against? Really?
For the National League,
in his division, look at his division. Look what Skeens goes up against.
Okay. I mean, I can see what you're saying.
So, okay, so he goes to the Yankees, right? History, the last few years, the Jays have gotten the Yankees number now, right? So now you got Jays going up against him. You got Vladdy go against him, Bichette going against him. Then you got to go to the Red Sox. If
they're gonna work.
Yeah, yeah. If you go to Boston, he can get worked. If he can go to Tampa, he could get worked. Detroit might work him. Like he's a nationally pitcher, but doesn't mean he's going to elevate. Because you have experience over my time too. Because I'm only like 2 years older than you. Is the amount of guys that went from National League to American League, American League to National League. The American League guys have gotten better going to the National League, but National League guys going over to the American League get worked sometimes. It's because of who they're playing against.
Yeah, I mean, these things happen. These things definitely happen, and it's possible. But like, I don't know, like a guy like the way he is, and and he's a young dude too. I fully believe in his ability to make the transition.
Oh my god! I will give you this one as a wild theory, but you want to get close to New York, but maybe not go to New York and have a fun game and have that kind of game moment. Send him to the Phillies. Send him across the bridge. And see what Skeens could do.
I mean, that would be huge actually for them.
Put him on the Phillies, and you might see a different Phillies team. If you want to if you want to shut up the Dodgers, put Paul Skeens on the Phillies.
And right, and they'd get Wheeler back next season too.
Yeah.
That could be it right there. That could be.
That could be the piece.
it feels like, and I could be wrong, but it feels like Pittsburgh has mentally decided that they are not going to trade this boy.
Yeah.
And the problem is that the time it takes them to build is going to be, it's like they're going to be ready after his lights out window. That's my concern.
Yeah.
Like, he could be like a 3-year flash in the pan that
Yeah.
but he's like an animal, and
No.
he's the best there is. We don't know. We'll see though. I'm very excited to see what happens with him though. I am, because he's so early in his career still.
The kid's got confidence. He's got the swagger. He's got the pitch. He has got the knowledge, and he's got the thrive to win. Like
Well, what is he?
Pittsburgh
3
has
seasons
to
in?
not just for himself, but for the league. They are like no, they're just. And I'm not gonna pick on him in any which way to say this, because obviously Mike Trout has loved LA and wants to stay in LA. It's like they gave him a shot. He wants to stay there regardless. But like he's got injured year after year after year, and they still devote time into him. So it's the same theory here. Like Paul Skeens is loved there. It's just they might just not let him go because they'll treat him like Trout. They want to keep him forever, right? The Jays signed Vlad Guerrero to a 14-year deal. Like that starts next year.
Yeah, that's a long one.
Like he got 500 million, but he got it over 14 years.
Nothing wrong with that. He'll retire
Yeah.
before that.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Vlad seems like he could go. It's only till he's 39. Like
I mean, he's a
till
young guy.
2039, but still, it just like Shohei signed like a 20-year deal, right? If you look at it, the way he's getting paid.
Yeah, when you're making that much money, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I had to explain the math to my mom today. She's like, "How could Shohei play if he signs a $700 million deal?" I'm like, "It's the way that he's only paid 20 million for the first 10." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, because the Dodgers have made back the money that they spent on him to get him there."
It's crazy, right? They already made back the value of his contract, and they did that in like a season.
Yeah, in a season.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And now
So
they just won another World Series with him.
yeah,
And he's pitching again. Oh,
yeah.
forget it. Oh my God. He's actually the deal for the amount of money that the Dodgers going to make off of this dude in the next 5 years. They actually completely they fleeced him. 700 million was a low ball deal.
Yeah. Like,
Bro.
I would have took a percentage of my life on that shit. I'm like, you want me? Give me 10% merch. Give me 10% merch.
Like, seriously.
It's printing money with Shohei. You sit there and anything. Cup. It's like you have a Shohei mug. He personally signs it. Boom. It's worth a shit ton of money. It's printing money with Shohei.
What is that new prospect's name again?
Maki Matsua, I think so.
New Japanese MLB prospect. What do they call this guy? Munataka Murakami.
Murakami, yeah.
Okay.
There's another one. There is another one that is coming around, but he's I think he's going to the Jays or something. Sun Moon John.
Why would anyone go to the Jays when all these Japanese guys are already in LA and they're winning titles together?
Yeah, I know.
No way.
Okay, so you just brought it up. So you have Shohei Ohtani, you Yoshi Yamamoto, and then you got Roki Sasaki. Now if you grab this kid, four.
Bro, there's no way Murakami is not going to the Dodgers. Where else would he go? He wants to win a title next year. What do you mean? He's going to the Dodgers to win a title next season.
What about New York? What do you not think New York's got the money for him? He wants $200 million. He wants $200 million.
It doesn't matter. It's not about them. He's going to get anyone can pay this guy.
Yeah.
There's 3 other Japanese players winning titles in LA.
Yes.
He's going to go hang out with the other Japanese guys, get his money, and win a title.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Of course. And like LA is way closer to Japan than New York is.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just makes sense.
Oh my God. So have you see anything from the Dodgers championship things, like them celebrating or whatever, like their parades or whatever?
Not really. All I saw, like I don't really pay attention to that stuff though.
Well, is that because it's the Dodgers, or just would you watch New York doing that?
No.
Okay.
I'm old. When I was young, I used to go to the New York parades. Like when we won something, I went to the parade. I'm not like now. I have no interest in any of that stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyways, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I watch I watch reels all the time, so I'm like, oh, okay. But so Kike was like, we're a fucking dynasty. Like so Kike Hernandez is going off saying it's a dynasty. Remember, Kike won the 2021 with them, so he's already a 3-time and Mookie's got 4.
If you feel like if you've got that many with them and you feel that way, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Like Mookie and Kiki became 18 and 20 was when they came, and in the last 7 years they have 7 rings between them. Like
right now, the Dodgers feel inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like
think about it. Think about if the Astros did not cheat. We would have 4 Dodgers championships in the last 8 years.
Listen, I'm already thinking to myself, I wonder who's playing the Dodgers in the NLCS. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the Yankees dynasty is still the greatest modern dynasty in sports history. But this one's pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
This one, they got to win another title with this group.
I'll ask you the hardest question as a Yankee fan. Now, as you said, like the best modern dynasty. Yeah, I get it. You won 27. Okay. But if you split down the history of baseball and split it in half and take away that part of the Yankees, so the better half of their other part of their history, would you still call them that for the amount of championships they've won since that time?
I'm talking about their modern dynasty from the 90s, from 1996 forward.
Yes, in the current baseball. Okay, yeah.
That's what I mean by modern dynasty. I mean, in the last 35 years, we won, or the last 30 years, we won 5 championships.
Okay.
That's what I mean. And and most of them were at the same time, right?
Yeah, no, I remember the run. I remember the run in the 90s.
Yeah. I'm talking about the Jeter dynasty.
Okay.
The late 90s.
But I'm saying, how do you feel about the Yankees the last 50 years versus their first 50 years?
I don't care. I mean, it's all cool. I care about sport. Like, let's be honest. The history of sports is amazing. But like, I care about my teams, like from like what I've experienced, right?
Okay.
To me, the greatest Yankee who ever lived is Derek Jeter. I don't know if that's really true. I don't care about the stats. That's how that's what I saw. So
yeah. Those are what I'm getting at. You're basing it off of what you've witnessed physically versus what you've read.
Whatever. Like, I don't care about what. It's not that I don't care. Like what all these other guys did. That's amazing. I love the history of sports too. But like, that's not what excites me. Like, I watched Derek Jeter. I watched David Wells pitch against the San Diego Padres. Like, that's who I watch in the World Series. I actually went there for that. I saw Derek Jeter perform. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that hits different. Like, I grew up in that dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know about a dynasty that like I've never, from 100 years ago. I don't know anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's different because I don't have an emotional attachment to that.
Well, no. But I mean, being from New York and you've experienced that from people you know, there's some diehards that are like that. They hold on to everything Yankee.
And that's fine, but half of
Yeah.
them weren't there for it. Like I was a teenager becoming a man as the Yankees in the Derek Jeter era was going on. So
Yeah.
like I have an emotional attachment to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. Like
Oh yeah. That's same thing as when I like of me
in my
being an
brain, the
old.
greatest catcher is Jorge Posada.
Mhm.
Nobody will agree with that, but
Yeah.
that's what my brain tells me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
But
just
like
that's
same as me. It's like I grew up a Red Wings fan my whole life, and then after Nicholas Lidstrom left, I kind of swayed away to just love the game of hockey itself, not just one team. So it's like, so I remember the era of 90s. 90s were the era for all sports. Like, okay, I'll just go run down to the quick of what's on the top of my head. You had the Bulls had the six run, the 3-3 runs, right? In the 90s. You had the NHL. You had Penguins won two, but the Red Wings went on a tear. Devils had a good run. The Avalanche had a good run. Dallas had a good run. Like you had that kind of shit going on in the 90s. Baseball was either the Braves or the Yankees that were good. Jays won a couple championships, whatever. NFL early 90s, you had Dallas versus fucking San Francisco, stuff like that. Even one of the greatest Super Bowls I've ever watched because I was a child was San Diego versus San Francisco '94, and it had the Michael Jackson fucking halftime show.
yo.
And then you had the Broncos, and the Broncos were good for a couple years. Then it was just pre the fucking Patriots run, right?
Dude, my first football memory is Joe Montana in the Super Bowl in like 1989.
Okay.
That's like my first NFL memory. Like my baseball memories start later than that because like my baseball memories I feel like don't start until like it's weird. Like I don't remember. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I barely remember baseball before Derek Jeter.
Okay. I'll give you a reference and I'll see if you can remember the name. It's not gonna be your mainstream all star. But I was playing against a guy one day and I looked at him and I was like looked at his swing and I was like, are you swinging like Brady Anderson?
Oh, we see, like that's
That's all that takes you back, doesn't it?
dude. That's a weird swing too.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
But even the name, you'd be like, who would bring up Brady Anderson? Like of all people.
who would know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Who?
So I would sit there and be like, wouldn't you want to do Cal Ripken Jr.? Like, why Brady Anderson? Never got that one. So like that's my era of playing baseball when I got really good at it was I had Cal Ripken Jr. We had Roberto Alomar. Dion was in the league, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
Well,
one interesting fact I learned about '92 though. Dion was batting 500 against the Jays in the World Series, and they benched him because he went to Atlanta to play for the Falcons before the Jays game.
that's a fact. What a
But still,
terrible
like,
decision that was.
could you imagine Vince, like if we had that era again where we had a player like Dion or Bo who played like that today in today's sports?
They just won't let it. They won't even let, like. Let's be honest. The amount of smoke that people try and give people like Travis Hunter for wanting to play both ways. They're not letting anybody play two sports nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
no,
but Bo, okay, Dion was the most. Okay, he probably still is the most egotistical motherfucker. but he can speak and speak, right? That's the thing with him, though. Dion can't talk.
Well,
He's
here's
walk
the
the
thing.
walk.
Dion is like one of the top 5 greatest athletes to ever walk planet Earth. Ever.
But
Like,
would you classify it more on his sportsmanship or his entertainment value for Dion, though?
His athleticism. What do you mean? Like, that guy can play ball. Like, what are you serious?
Yeah, but you know his cockiness got him in there somehow. Like his arrogance, he sold it well.
But he was only able to be that cocky because he was that good.
Good, yes.
Like,
oh yeah, that's what I said. He walked the walk.
He was betting. You just said yourself. He was betting 500 in the World Series and then flying back to play in an NFL game in between.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
I said he was able to walk the walk. He was able to do that.
Dude, like that's a whole different
it's a whole different level. But Bo was on a whole different level like that too, because Bo, it wasn't his swagger that got him there. Bo was just a beast. Like he just right.
When I make those posts about like the best athlete of all time on X, I have people get like angry. Like if somebody was like, this is invalid because Bo Jackson's not on the list. I was like, no, it's valid because you're responding.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it was ridiculous. But like he's one of those people who's also like one of the greatest athletes of all time. So well, listen, we've been just like chopping it up tonight, which has been dope. But like let's answer a couple of questions before we get out of here tonight. Let's do a couple more.
So I'll give you for NFL, because the NFL takes the longest, really. So I throw you off a quick ones. Which team has been the biggest surprise in the NHL so far? And are they a contender or a pretender?
The Ducks, right? I think we agree. The Ducks, the Ducks have been the biggest surprise, I think I would say, because I didn't know they were going to be this good. I knew they had some like pieces and stuff, but like I'm not right. So if you were to ask my man Cashews, right, he'd tell you, he saw all these moves from a mile away because he pays attention at that level. So he knew that their development was a little bit higher than probably I did. But for like the casual hockey fan, I don't think the casual hockey fan had any idea that Anaheim was going to be as good as they are, and they've been pretty tough so far this season. They're a good game to watch every night too.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Okay, which goaltender has changed the team's outlook the most through the first month of the season?
Which goaltender? Yeah. So this is
would you still go with Anaheim, or would you go with Colorado?
For goaltender.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you gotta go. I would say Colorado, but Colorado has had 2 people really like, right? Hasn't it been? Okay.
They're 11-1-5, but Scott Wedgwood's 10-0.
Yeah, he is 10-0.
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I thought he played less games than that.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's exactly So I mean, like I like seeing. I'm like from like a real front runner. Okay, everyone expected them. Yeah. But not this. Yeah. That's 100%. So what Vegas is saying is true, right? Because so for me at least, and my guy Hockey Freak here can definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but like the way that this season ended for them, right? Like they looked really good to start out the playoffs, and then they just like collapsed. I expected more from them last season. So, just with, the offseason moves that they made to kind of shore things up for the team, I felt like they were in a good place when this season kicked off. I wasn't expecting them to like come out like the first few games, they were coming out and scoring, they'd have 2 goals, in the first period, right? They were just like out rushing the nets, very quick on the ice, very aggressive, fun hockey, really fun hockey to watch. I think so far this season, which has been really cool for me. But it wasn't like a big surprise, I think, because I expected them to be good. I was surprised at how they lost last season, so I kind of expected more this season, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say on the
Islanders.
pretender, and the biggest surprise is Montreal Canadiens. They're 10-4-1, but I don't see the Canadiens going far when it comes to playoffs.
Why not?
I just don't. I think they're built to win, but win certain games, and I think their schedule is kind of light. Like tonight is their first game against a good, better, solid team, like a five, not just a 500, but Dallas, who is 10-4-1 themselves. So like this is the real test of when Montreal goes up against these good players teams, right? Because like last night, I just tuned it on for a second, but they were playing LA and they were down 3-1 against LA, and LA is a 500 team. So I mean, like I
Well,
like to see what Montreal can do against another team like this.
well, here's my thing, though, right? So you just said yourself, LA is a 500 team,
Yeah.
right? Okay, we know which LA we watched last season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as much as I'm seeing this LA team doesn't have the best record, I also know what this LA team is capable of.
Oh yeah. No, that's the thing. I was watching it when I watched that 3-1 team. They were showing you what they were capable against if they do it well.
Yeah,
But
100%.
they seem to blow it a few times. And I mean, I'm not saying bad shit in this way, but I mean, Darcy Kemper's. I don't know. He's not the greatest, but he gets moments. He gets pockets where like he's great. He shows greatness.
Okay, I can see why you say that.
I mean, a few times, and if there's a few guys who've come from Minnesota who've had these moments where they've went off a little bit, and Darcy Kemper's one of them.
What do you think about Minnesota as a team?
They're interesting. Now Krill came back because like he got the money. I mean, money talks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, this was a 45 win team last season, right?
Yeah.
Now that's to be granted. That was Marc Andre's last hurrah before he signed a 1 day contract to play. Actually, and I found that interesting because we kind of swayed into this one, but like Marc Andre Fleury, he ended with the Penguins because he actually physically played a game. Like a lot of guys, like Gronk, like when Gronk the other day, when they were saying, "Hey Gronk, you want to retire after a 1 day contract?" He's like, "Sure." Um, he's like, "We got the Jets." He's like, "What's my signing bonus?" But like Marc Andre's like, "No, I'll actually play my last day." Like that surprised me after a 20+ career. Like he said he was done, but he actually suited up in his Penguins uniform for one more time for fans. Like that
Yeah,
just
that's
speaks
cool.
volumes to his legend is and who he was. Like he was like, okay, I'm done, but I'm gonna give you one more game, one more period. Like with me, the fans can cheer about him.
Yeah, that's dope. Definitely
You,
really
know,
cool.
you don't see that very often. Usually they sign a 1 day contract and then that's it.
Yeah,
So
that's a fact because he's a goat.
so the last one is now we've talked. I heard you heard me talk about it before, and you heard me talk about it last week about it. But which struggling team is most likely to bounce before the American Thanksgiving, the unofficial playoff predictor mark? Because we were said about 5 teams at that point, top 5 teams usually make it to the playoffs somewheres, and this is where we see our top 10 basically like of teams, right? So, which struggling team do you think is most likely to bounce back from the bottom teams right now?
So for me in the West, it's the Golden Knights.
Okay.
I think the Golden Knights have struggled this season a little bit. They only have 7 wins on the season. They've had an injury in goal with Hill. but they are a team that I expect to see bounce back as the season continues, 100% of the time. That's my big one. Like, I was literally just sitting here looking at their stats when you said that. I'm looking and I'm going, how could they be 7-4? Like, how's this even working right now? Are you kidding me? Anaheim Ducks are 11-1, and the Golden Knights are 7-4. The Golden Knights are my bounce back team. We'll see if the Ducks can maintain. Obviously, they're not gonna. It's not like they're gonna have one loss on the season, but we'll see what level or like what semblance of what we're seeing to start this season we see out of this Ducks team later on. Right now, there's no reason for me to believe they're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
They are dominant. They score a lot of goals. They're fast. They're, yeah, 100% VGK. I agree with that. But yeah, no, I mean, that's like that's been like, for me, that's really been the most exciting two teams. It's been really cool to see how good the Avs are. There's been a few things for hockey that, I grew up as an Islanders fan. The Islanders are far from perfect, but they have 8 wins to date. They score a lot of goals. They're tough out right now, and I see them getting better. So I'm pretty excited about them. And then I see a lot of upside. I mean, because once Stone comes back, obviously, you have Marner and Eichel. Yeah, hold on, give me 1 second. Yep. I said give me a second, but I didn't mean that. I was just reading a text message. Baseball cards. I got tons of baseball cards. My boy said he wants to come by and grab a bunch of them. No big deal. Totally random. But that's a team that I just, as I was saying, because of guys like Eichel, because of guys like Marner, once Stone comes back and he's healthy, hopefully that wrist comes back good. He adds an immediate, that's the captain, that's the leader. You know what I mean? That's the guy. As soon as he comes back, that's an immediate bump. The biggest concern is what's going on in goaltending at the moment, and how that's going to affect the team later on. But we'll see.
Like, Toronto is 8-8 right now. And usually the last few years they've been not that far down in the conference, like, at all. Would you say that's because Mitch left?
Okay, so let me play something back to you. If you recall, right, the team was supposed to have, 3 key pieces, but it kind of had 4. Marner leaving was actually supposed to be addition by subtraction per your methodology. If you'll recall, right? You remember this conversation from months ago? I wasn't so sure about that. Yeah. Now, I think we're starting to get the confirmation of that. Because I think that he's been a huge addition to Vegas, and Vegas has needed it, quite frankly, because obviously Stone hasn't been there. So having a guy like Marner there off rip, that helps a lot, right? Having that extra, an extra pair of skates, especially one that's that good. I think that has definitely picked up slack that would have needed to have been picked up otherwise. And so you can see how it's helped our team, and you can see how they look to have regressed. And then you can say, is there a correlation between these two things? Well, it's Marner, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, with my question, you think the Leafs can bounce back?
Well, here's the thing. I don't trust them. What did they? Okay. Let me do it like this, right? So the only they didn't have any major additions to the team over the offseason, right? They subtracted. They didn't really add so much.
Yeah.
It hasn't been perfect to start. It's early in the season. Okay. They went out in a tough Game 7 loss in the playoffs last year. Again. Again. What is going to change now at this point in season? Like, you know what you feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But I was just twisted because remember last week we were talking about the Panthers, and the Panthers are 8-7 too. They're eight
I
seven
think
one.
that like there are multiple teams right now, right? Okay, so let me just pull up the stats real quick. Now that we're on this hockey thing,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
Detroit was 9-3 at one point. Now they're 9-7.
okay, so listen, we got Chicago with. Okay, hold on. Let me. Utah's got 9 wins. Chicago has 8 wins. LA has 8 wins. San Jose has 8 wins. Vancouver has 8 wins. Pittsburgh, Philly, the Islanders, the Rangers, Washington, and the Blue Jackets all have 8 wins.
Yeah.
Toronto, Florida, Tampa Bay, Ottawa all have 8 wins. Detroit's got 9. Right now,
No, it's very close right now because we're
exactly.
only
If you have 8 to 9
games in,
wins, you're in
16
a
games
good
in.
place. Less than 8 wins is concerning. But if
Yeah.
you have 8, you're right in the middle pack. So you're okay.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
okay. You're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like Chicago's 8-5-3, right? But right now, Connor Bedard is just going off, just like Nate McKinnon's going off in Colorado. So like it's positive for that team, right? But it's just I don't know. And we're looking at the dates, right? It's the 12th or whatever. And I said like by Thanksgiving, we'll know who like the top 5 teams in each division are, which is gonna be crazy. So we're only talking like 20 games away.
Who do you think? Okay, so like I'm really just rephrasing what we already talked about, but I've been like it's been like racking my brain as I was like I'm looking at other stats on my phone as we're talking, and I'm like, okay, so let me pull up my standings here. I'm pulling it up on the laptop, so it's right here in front of me. What is this guy asking me? All right, I got you, bro. All right, boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's see here. Boom. Okay, so teams that have less than 8 wins. Okay, you got the Predators, you got the Blues, you got the Flames, the Knights, the Oilers, and the Sabres. That's it. That's it. That 5 teams that have less than 8 wins.
You forgot about Nashville with 5, Calgary with 4,
Flames, Nashville, Blues. That's 3.
Yeah.
Minnesota, right? That's 4. And then you got so 5, 6. So this is just in the West. So you got the Golden Knights and you got the Edmonton Oilers. Now there's a lot of teams, so they're like just below the middle of the pack, right?
Yeah.
How did these guys make the playoffs? Right? How like you like we're not talking like the Golden Knights, right? That's a lot of top tier talent. We're talking Connor McDavid. We're talking the Oilers look terrible to start the season.
So let's go here for a second. So the top 9 teams have at least 10 wins. At least 10 wins.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh has like 9 or something like that. But anyways, so we're going 8 and below. So you have right now. So I'd say like the top 10 right now looks like these are going to be playoff teams. If you go to the projection right now, if you took their stats and just times it by 4, all of these top 10 teams would guarantee be in the playoffs, right? At least. But so with the teams that are all like 500, so you got they're a little above 500, but 8, 5, and 4 is not really a plus, right? 12 and 5 is different. But so we got the Senators, the Rangers, the Blackhawks, the Kraken, the Sharks, and the Knights. Those are your next perennial 6 playoff teams right there. and they all have like eight or 7 wins.
Those are like the wild card. That would
Yeah.
be the wild cards.
Yeah. There's your wild card teams, right? But then you have Philly, the Islanders, the Mammoth, the Tampa Bay, Detroit, Edmonton, Columbus, Florida, Toronto. Like, see how I mean? Like, the list goes on. There's another 10 teams. They're only like 1 win away
Well,
from
that's what I'm saying.
shifting
Like
that
the middle of the pack,
shift.
those 8 wins. There's
Yeah,
so many teams with almost half the league has 8
yeah,
wins
8
right now.
wins. Yeah,
So if you have 8 wins, like you're in a good place. 8
you're in a
wins
good
or better,
place.
you're there.
But there's like 10 other teams that got 7 wins, and they can shift that whole
and that's
10,
what I'm saying.
10
Like
to 20, 10 to 25 ranking. So that's what we're going to see shift up until the 27th. And then it's the top like 12 teams there will probably be like those guys won't shift. They'll shift positions between 1 and 12. But the next 12 teams, that's when we get that wild card run where people go off. Edmonton's done it where Edmonton was like, they're not making the playoffs, and they won like 18 or 20 games and they made the playoffs.
All right, so I'm going to read you. We're going to start with the East. And I'm going to read you specific teams first. And you're going to choose from the East. You're going to choose 2 possible wild cards. All right, so the East is just crazy. Everyone in the East. You know what? The East is too open right now. You can't even say it. The whole bottom half has 8 wins.
Yeah.
The only team that's out in the East is the Sabres.
Every other team is
in play.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Every other team in the East is in play. Okay. That's wild. Wow. Okay. So looking at the West. Okay. So looking at Minnesota, St. Louis, Nashville, Calgary, Vegas, and Edmonton, the teams with less than 8 wins in the West, which 2 of them do you think can still pull off a wild card? Like, is it just assumed it'll be VGK and Edmonton, like that'll get it together?
You assume so, but right now the Mammoth are 9-7, so the Mammoth have a good chance. They statistically right now they would look like the best possible chance.
I would like to see the Mammoth make the playoffs, like for their second season. That would be dope. Now that they've got their identity, they've got the mascot. You know what I mean? I would like to see them. That would be dope. It'd be real.
I would go with the Wild if Marc-Andre was still there, but now you have a newer goalie that's full time. That's going to be the thing. Bennington has been good the last little bit, so like the Blues have had some sneaky wins recently. I'm just starting to look at win streaks too. Like see the Sharks, they're 8-6-3, but they won the last 4. So the Sharks are getting
good recently.
Yeah, so the Sharks are getting sneaky. We go over here. Your Islanders, your Islanders are 8-6 right now, and things like that. Like there's certain teams that are doing well. Trying to look at not against the best teams right now because like Colorado's like a +25, Ducks are +14, but the Hawks 8-5-3, but they have a +12 goal differential, and they're within that wild card rank because they're sitting at 7th right now.
Interesting.
So the Sharks have a -2 plus-minus, and the Sharks have a +12. And the Kraken, who are sitting in 3rd in their division, only are 7-4, and they have a -6, and they're sitting there above an 8-5 team. They're 7-4.
So
just because we're at the division they sit
in. So what do you? Okay, I guess we're getting. It's almost that time of night. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What is like if there's a team that you want to like watch out for? You're like, you know what? This is the team that's going to sneak in and make the playoffs. Who's that team that you're watching for in the NHL?
I'll say it right now, Sharks.
That's cool. That's cool. I've heard a lot of good things about the Sharks and the team they've been building over the last couple of years and their whole development. So that would be cool to see. I don't know as much about them I feel like as I should.
But
just that they have the best.
I'll say this to be fair, just to be fair, as a fan, not loyalty to anywheres. I guarantee it. If all of a sudden you got a package in the mail and it was a Shark jersey, you're gonna wear it.
Sharks jerseys are so cool.
Yeah.
That's one thing. That's one thing.
You might not wear. I can wear it here because I need layers. You might not wear a hockey jersey in your area, per se.
I'll wear a jersey, baby. I'm all for it. It's
the shark teal. Oh God. Okay, there you go. If you ever lose a bet, wear a Sharks jersey after they beat Vegas and walk downtown Vegas and see how you feel afterwards.
Those are the best jerseys, bro. Like legit, the best jerseys.
Would you put them down with the original? I'm gonna say original Anaheim Ducks as being the best jerseys.
The original Anaheim were dope. Yeah, you know what? That's a good call. Those are the San Jose are probably the best jerseys. I'll leave it at that. They probably are the best jerseys.
As an overall, yes, because the Ducks, I love that they came up with their new identity with the D, with that was a duck foot. Like I love that creativity, but still, they essentially brought back the Mighty Duck.
I'm all for that. I like it. I like the way that their jerseys look now with the Mighty Duck.
Yeah,
the orange and the black.
Yeah,
I like that.
I mean, give me back a throwback with the old purple and teal once in a while.
You just like the purple teal thing.
No. It just that's the Mighty Ducks we grew up with was the purple and teal.
Like the Hornets starter pullover.
Yeah. Yes.
Great thing. There's a great.
My Muggsy Bogues jersey in the 90s.
Before we get out of here, here's what we haven't done. We usually share our NFL picks for the week. And so we haven't. So I want to run through these games real quick before we get out of here. All right. We got it right here. All right. So game 1, Jets Patriots.
I'm gonna say Patriots, but holy crap. If the Jets pull it off, that'd be amazing.
It would be amazing. The Patriots are 8-2. I expect them to be 9-2 after that game. Okay, here's an interesting one. Washington Commanders, Miami Dolphins. I'm going with the Dolphins.
I have to. After what I seen what they could do with the Bills, yes, I have more confidence. I'm still not trusting Tua, but Dolphins.
Yeah, I wouldn't play with like a spread or anything, but I would play.
Jaden's out. Jaden's gone. So they
got Marcus Mariota playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers, Atlanta Falcons, NFC South game.
Panthers have been hot. I think everybody's been talking about the last few weeks, but Atlanta, I think, can do it. I really believe Atlanta can do it.
When Atlanta,
Panthers only are a 500 team. Only a 500 team. They played well the last couple weeks. I give them hands down for Bryce finally showing up. Right, last couple weeks, but
Panthers. I'm going Panthers. I'm going Bryce. I don't trust the Falcons. Bucks and Buffalo, a big game.
After seeing Buffalo be beat by the teams they were beat by when they were beat. I can see, and I've already said about Tampa Bay with Baker. I see that dog in him, and he's like, I could really show up by dethroning Josh Allen. The reigning MVP.
I'm with you, Bucks. I think that Josh Allen and the gang are. I just think that they're going to have a real off season. That's what it seems like, and I don't know if they're going to be able to turn it around. Chargers and the Jaguars.
Oh my God, it's 100% Chargers. Chargers have now become the team that they become.
Okay.
They needed a couple of weeks to become who they are, but this is the Chargers, and they are going to be dangerous. And like I have a good take on that once we get to that game when we get to it. I think so. Oh yeah, it's coming up. But Jacksonville. Oh no. Was it Travis Hunter's gone? This defense is gone. This is just an easy win for LA.
Okay, I agree. Chargers it is. Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings. J.J. McCarthy and Caleb Williams. Who you got?
I wish it was Sunday tomorrow because I need a Bible. Because you're gonna get. Oh my God. I have to give you a minute. Yeah. Because I got Caleb Williams winning.
Okay, I got J.J. McCarthy. I'm going with J.J. McCarthy.
But I'm saying,
let me just say, Caleb has done awesome this season. I'm not hating or anything. I'm just going. I'm feeling my boy JJ. I'm going with JJ McCarthy.
I know, but you know how much I've talked hate about Caleb Williams, and here I'm sitting here going, Caleb's winning.
Hey man, he's playing well. He's playing good football. The Giants, led by Jameis Winston, and the Green Bay Packers.
Cheesehead all day. Cheesehead.
I might take the Giants just because Jameis Winston's going to throw for 500 yards. And he's going to throw for 5 touchdowns, 5 picks, and 500 yards. It's going to be a masterpiece. Let's see. Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh God, this is a trap game if I ever say a trap game because Joe Burrow has done amazing with the Bengals with what he's had to work with.
Remember, he's out.
What?
Flacco.
What?
They have Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Flacco. I meant to say Flacco. So, yeah. So, that's what I'm talking about. Is Flacco. So, he's done amazing. And, so, but this is Pittsburgh game to win because I just can't believe in the Bengals. I don't think Flacco has got it in him to beat Rodgers.
I'm taking Flacco. Rodgers is washed.
I know Rodgers is washed, but I don't know. Flacco, I'm not knocking Flacco down. It's the Bengals defense that I'm really.
Both teams are actually horrible. Let's just call it what it is. Houston Texans or Tennessee Titans?
Texans have regained their team right now, so I feel like it's going to be Texans all day with this one. Tennessee has not figured them out. We were talking about this from the beginning of the season. I was like, this team is not built to win on a rookie with the way they built. They need 1 year with this rookie and then build around.
We're ass.
Yeah.
That's it. They're ass. Fact is fact.
They got to build around this quarterback or rebuild this team.
Ravens or Browns?
Oh, we got Ravens Browns first. Okay. Ravens, 100%.
I'm about the Ravens too.
I mean,
the Browns. Like, what are the Browns? They're probably going to fire Stefanski, Dylan Gabriel. What the fuck are they even doing in Cleveland?
They lost to the Jets last week too. Like, come on.
They have a top 3 defense in the league, and they're literally just squandering. Myles Garrett goes out and puts on these master. He has like 5 sacks in the game, and then they lose. Like, what are these guys doing? They're awful. Yeah. They're awful.
Yeah.
Worst thing I've ever seen. All right, your boys, the Broncos and the Chiefs.
See, I told you we were going to get to it.
Are the Broncos going to maintain dominance over the AFC West?
No.
Oh, you don't have faith in Bo Nix?
No.
What is going on? What do you mean?
Okay. Can you pull up their schedule? Like to see just click if you're on the NFL, click on the Broncos and look at their schedule. Tell me which victory tells you they are a dominant team. Really?
Okay. Hold on. Are we gonna hate on the quality of wins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on. What are we talking? This is crazy talk.
You got to look at it to see what I'm talking about. Tell me one win that they had this year that was like, oh my god, they beat them. Like,
I mean, I'm looking at the Eagles.
okay,
That's the win. They beat the Super Bowl champs. I
okay.
can't say anything about the Raiders. When they beat the Texans stunk. The Cowboys are awful. The Jets are awful. The Bengals are awful. They lost to the Colts. They lost to the Chargers. The Titans are awful. Yeah. So I understand what you're saying. I get it. Maybe
And
next year
you're
I
going up
get it.
against the Chiefs. You're going up against the Chiefs. Come on now, like.
Okay, that's fair. Who did I pick? Let's see. I actually have my picks written down, so I don't change them. I picked the Broncos, so I'm staying with the Broncos.
I mean, I would love the Broncos to win this game because I have a roommate as a KC fan. It would be great. But with the quality of wins and who they've beaten.
Damn, should I change? All right, I'm going to change it to KC.
Just think about that. You barely. Right. Okay, look at the Jets. They barely beat the Jets.
No comment. Okay, Detroit Lions or the Philadelphia Eagles?
Now this is what I'm talking about when you talk about when you say KC versus Denver, because you look at the records, you just say, okay, this is the same kind of game. Detroit versus Philly. This is a 6-3 versus 7-2. This is like would be an NFC Championship game, and it still could be. Like in the end,
good football.
Like this could be a championship game. Was this not the championship game last year?
Close, but if you recall, the Washington Commanders pummeled the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
And they were playing instead.
Yeah, so yeah, this could have been the one. Okay, so this is the game where Detroit shows up and says that we could have, if we played them, we would have been playing the Chiefs. That's what I'm thinking about this game. I'm thinking Detroit's going to show up to say, "Hey, this is what we should have done to you last year."
That makes sense. Okay, and then let's see here. Last but not least, the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. Awful football brought to you by Awful.
Awful football on a Monday nighter. I would have see if I was up to scheduling, I would put KC Denver up on the Sunday nighter. Detroit Philly, I would move it over to a Monday nighter. Like I would get rid of the Dallas Las Vegas one.
Dude, I almost worked this game. I'm very happy I decided not to because it would be awful.
I mean, it's still experience because if you have any chance to watch any minute of that game, at least you saw some of that game. If it became a good game.
That's a fact.
But this, I will call it like this. This is a game this will come down to as a 12-9, 7 field goal game. Like this is what I feel about this Dallas Raiders game is basically that. It feels like it's gonna be a fucking field goal game.
Yeah, it could be. It definitely could be. No argument there on that. All right.
The Raiders played. The Raiders just played Denver, and it was a field goal game, basically.
Dude, I can't watch football like that anymore. This Monday night, this awful game. Oh my god, I'm not built for watching one score football games anymore. Like if there's not spectacular touchdowns, I'm not into it. Mm-hmm. Like no way, no thank you. I have no interest in that. I don't know. But listen, that's all I got for this week, man. That's all we got in Vinny's Corner. Check us out on Spotify. Anything going on for the rest of this week, Cove?
I mean, I was hoping to do one tomorrow night. Just depending on who's around.
All right, so we will keep you guys updated on X. If Cove is on the show tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, my bro. You guys have a wonderful evening.